Mentorship, and specifically the Homes by Connect mentorship program that we created, is what I think of as a scaffolding to help guide a path towards best practice for the new mentee. Um, as a former educator, I really love the process of teaching and I really love the process of learning, sort of a process of tell, show, do, review, and helping create a scenario that's going to launch that mentee into great success. And then in terms of practical support, daily support per se, what I'd like to do is set up a time frame with my mentees and my team even, and we talk on Mondays and Fridays. Mondays are an opportunity to talk about what's coming up in the week, help set up a time blocking scenario because I believe time blocking is really a great way to make sure that you're using your time effectively at work, especially in our career where there's no normal traditional 9 to 5. And then what we do on Fridays is we talk about the successes and the challenges and how I can help them do better. When a new agent is looking for the right brokerage fit for them, they obviously have the big box option or they have the smaller boutique option. What I do know is that a lot of the larger box brokerages don't really want to have to do a lot of mentoring or teaching. And that can be really daunting coming in as a new agent. You have some theoretical knowledge, but no practical. So, what I really love about our brokerage is that we are delighted to take on new agents that have talent and are willing to learn, and we take them through the process. So, you don't walk in the door and wonder, where do I start? We help get you started. I'm always looking for talented real estate humans, whether they're a new agent or whether they're a veteran agent. That doesn't really matter to me. I'm happy to help people grow, whether they're a brand new agent just starting out or whether they're a veteran agent. We host monthly office meetings, and we have agents that have just started out all the way to agents that are sort of at the tail end of their career. And what I find is at these office meetings, there's always something new to learn. I've been doing this for 16 plus years, and I find that every day there's something new to learn if you're willing to learn. So I would tell a veteran agent thinking about switching brokerages, where do you want to go based on what do you want to learn? If you're still in the mode of curiosity and learning, this is a great place to be because we're always pursuing more education and collaboration. So for a veteran agent, I would say this is an ideal place to be because we're not just about real estate. We're not sales, we're service. And it's sort of a higher power mission for us to help agents be the best that they can be, no matter where they are in their career. Homes by Connect is committed to making an impact in our community more than just real estate, more than just real estate transactions. And over the course of our 5 years, we've identified multiple nonprofits that we feel would be positively impacted by our support. And that support can look like a lot of different things. We can have a pajama drive over Christmas time. This past year, we did a pop-up food pantry for almost a month when there was an issue with the government shutdown. We perennially take part in Newport Pride, Newport Out events. So we really identify opportunities to help our community, to grow with our community, and to show that we care about more than real estate. We care about our communities, the communities that we all live in. Any real estate agent in Rhode Island looking to scale up their business in 2026 is hitting against headwinds. It doesn't matter where you are definitely hitting headwinds. And by that, I mean you're dealing with a low inventory market. You're dealing with interest rates that vacillate and they're a little higher than people would like them to be. And you're dealing with sort of an economy and a market where there's a lot of question marks. People don't quite know what to do right now with everything going on in the world. So for a real estate agent, that's a lot of headwinds to be up against as you're trying to service and sell real estate. So what I try to do is I try to meet that agent where they are and find out what they need to scale up because it's a very individual thing. For one person, it might be helping them expand their networking capacity. That might be something that's best for them to do. Maybe they can go out and connect in new places and become the real estate of choice for that person. Or maybe we look at an existing sphere of influence that one agent might have and say, all right, how can we work that sphere a little bit better? How do you let those people know that no matter whether it's them or somebody that they know, you can be their real estate advisor of choice? Another opportunity might be to scale up your social media somehow. We have a great marketing team, and we like to work with the individual agent to help them do what they need to do to increase that exposure if that's what they're looking to do. So what we do is we look at the agent as an individual, and we find out where they are and how we can relatively scale their business up from there. And we offer lots of different ways to do that. And it's a very customized approach. It's not a one size fits all. One of the best kept secrets in real estate is how we get paid. How do we get paid in a transaction? How do we get paid by the brokerage? And people don't like to talk about it, and they don't want to share that information. I understand there are some legal reasons why, but I also understand that we get paid for what we do, and we need to understand how we get paid and how much we get paid. So to me, I like to make sure that we have a tremendous amount of transparency when it comes to money in real estate. At Homes by Connect, I think that we are super competitive. With my understanding of other brokerages, I feel like we really do come up to the plate on that. So there are a couple of different ways that I like to explain it. Number one is the cap. There's something called a cap, and that essentially is a limit as to what you pay your company, which is also known as company dollar. And in our brokerage, we set a very competitive cap. And what that means is when you come to our brokerage, you set an anniversary date, and from there you have 1 year to make X amount of dollars called company dollar. If in that period of time, say halfway through, you achieve that goal, the remainder of that anniversary year, you are not paying that company dollar. Okay, so that's very attractive to a lot of people. I think additionally, we don't add hidden transaction fees. There are a lot of brokerages that are now trying to capture more money from the realtors by adding these transaction fees. We don't do that. We like to keep our monthly fees low. They're more of a pass-through than anything because we pay for your MLS, your Arizona emissions insurance. And so when you pay your dues, you're chipping into that, but we're not gouging you in any way, shape, or form. And finally, there's some additional intangible, valuable things that a brokerage will offer that you also want to consider when you're thinking about the money involved. That would be something as simple as your reputation. How much is that providing for you sort of as a tangible value? The other things you might want to consider are education that's being provided, social media opportunity, a website. We have an incredible website with a landing page for each agent. Those are some of the money things that you want to think about that all add up to whether or not it's coming out of your pocket or someone else's pocket. And we love to have transparent conversations about that, and we feel like we're really competitive. I've often been told that the least expensive, most effective way to build your business is to do that through referral and repeat business. Okay. Repeat business, obviously, that's someone that you've worked with in the past. They get to know you and they continue to work with you. And then referral business would be built on those same people, sharing your information with somebody else. Here at Homes by Connect, we really focus on building your business that way. We're not encouraging you to go out and try to buy leads. We're not encouraging you to try to do a lot of cold calling. We know that the agents that work within this office have spheres of influence and have a lot of trust, and are essentially really good humans. So we know that people trust them on many levels. How do we get people to trust them on the level of being their real estate advisor of choice? And so what we do in this office is we challenge our agents to think about how do we grow that sphere? How do we build our network? It might be something as simple as doing an event at the pickleball, and saying we're doing something fun there. Bring your clients. It might be joining a mahjong group. There's lots of different ways that you can build your client network. You can certainly do other things like joining local chambers of commerce, which is what we've done to create visibility, being active in your local board. But essentially what we're trying to do is we are trying to put you up on a pedestal as an agent here within Homes by Connect, with the understanding that connection, communication, and collaboration are our key pillars, and using those, we're going to expand your referral and your network business. I've often been asked if Homes by Connect accepts new real estate agents. The answer is absolutely. You accept real estate agents at any point in their career. But I will say, we obviously want to work with real estate agents that are serious about learning best practice, serious about making connections with the community, because we are about more than just real estate sales, and agents that really want to take it to the next level. We don't necessarily need you to be a full-time agent, although we love that. We want to meet you where you are, but we're looking for that enthusiasm and that curiosity to become the best realtor that you can possibly be. We're often asked what sets our culture apart here at Homes by Connect. And obviously, our three pillars of connection, communication, and collaboration guide us. But I think the collaboration piece is the one that I feel most sort of embodies the culture here. We all come from different perspectives and we all bring something wonderful to the table. And I think that's most evident in our office meetings, which are this great opportunity for people to get together, ask questions, share their experiences. And so I think everyone here is able to sort of mentor everyone else in different ways with their experiences. And that's really real estate. Real estate is very anecdotal. It's not theoretical. You have to practice it. You have to sort of live it and learn it. And we're learning every day something new. Obviously, we're learning new laws and new legislation often, but we're also just learning new experiences, new social intelligence, different ways of doing things. So I think our office culture is really one of collaboration and community. I think we're very much invested in the success of our agents on so many different levels.